This is the second part of the episode about thinking about the longevity of your content. If you haven't listened to the first part yet, I advise you to stop this episode and go and give it a listen first. Welcome to Your Virtual Identity. This podcast is aimed towards VTubers like you to help you brand build, help with making content, and educating you in what actually matters. I'm your host, Dog, and let's get this started. Having a deeper impact can actually tie in directly with the topic of money. People you have changed the lives of might be more than willing to support you financially through whatever means. It could be merch, courses, if you were to sell those, coaching, albums, subs, and paid communities, and so on. There's so many ways one could make money. While someone more surface level will look at you with a side eye and keep scrolling. But is tying all of it towards a business that supports you the right choice for you? If transforming what you loved into a business kills the joy you have for it, it might be considered to not do that. Which returns back to the point of those who see VTubing and content creation as a 3 to 5 year project as something they can just enjoy. When you start maximizing your funnels and ad coverage, you're much more further removed from the simple joys of playing a game and having people cheer you on, despite both being able to still, from an outside view, do the same thing. Making this profitable is also going to be considerable of a sacrifice that you will have to trade for. You might have to forsake dinners, time with family, alone time, entertainment, all for the sake of your dreams. Countless nights where you worry about doing enough for your growth. But if you wanted this all your life, nothing must be more delightful than that, wouldn't you think? If you don't wish for that trade-off, you'll need to make peace with a slower growth. Whatever your choice is, make sure that you're happy with it and commit with all of your heart. When it becomes a business, everything becomes serious as you have more on the line. So, keep this in mind. When you turn all of this into a serious matter, you might start analyzing everything with your content and yourself. Is this part of me causing people to click off the video? Am I too much this or am I too much that? Well, some things are evident that you should not disclose, like a criminal record or ongoing court cases. There are parts of people's personality that are extremely abrasive. I get it that everyone technically should be themselves, but there are things that you can just leave behind. You are a VTuber after all. You don't have to be absolutely authentic in your content. Execute some self-awareness and ask some hard questions about yourself to your friends, and maybe you'll understand. Maybe you don't have the same social skills that some people do, and maybe taking improv classes would be exactly what you need to be a better person in streams. Now, let's shift to thinking about the end. If you only wanted to do this for 5 years, but wanted to give it a proper go, what do you want to leave behind? What legacy did you want to build, and on what note do you leave off? Maybe your content actually never takes off to the height you wanted. Would you still be okay knowing that it impacted a few, but a lot more? It's possible that those feelings change and you make a decision to keep this going, but thinking about this helps you see if this will feel like a failure or not when you do walk away. Is your best work ahead of you if you keep going? Can you come to terms with it inside of your heart? It could be that you have not even figured out what you want to do yet properly. There comes seasons in creating content. I've done a much deeper dive into these in another episode, but there are seasons where you discover yourself and your content tendencies, and there are seasons where you build. After an intense season of building, unless your fears of becoming irrelevant eats you alive, you should be able to find a good way to rest and reset. Are you going to be able to trust yourself at that point to come back to the way things were afterwards? Did you build sufficient systems to be able to get a proper result? Ideally, at the end of the day, you want to be able to maximize the fulfillment of your goals and your enjoyment of the moment. Create thinking of how you can enjoy the journey the best. You can make systems that work well in short bursts and others will work better at scale. Now, to leave you off with one last thing, if your next project had to be your last, how would you treat it as opposed to the first step in a lifelong journey? Whatever the answers you find within yourself about everything about these last 2 episodes, stay true to it. It was your host, Data Dog, and I'll be seeing you out there, Wanderers.